You guys sometimes send us messages on the comment section of all our videos, and you can ask us a ton of different questions. And we did receive a question. So while you guys are getting warmed up with more questions, we're going to answer Warren's questions. Go ahead,
Okay.
Laura.
So Warren Van Wyck asked on YouTube, "Hey, Robin and Laura, just curious where people traveling in vans can stop to take a shower. Are there places like hostels that open up their bathroom access to you without you having to sleep there as well? And what's the best/easiest way to maintain basic personal hygiene while on the road or backpacking? Thank you."
All right, so traveling in New Zealand in a van or a camper van is extremely popular. There are thousands of people every year, when you can travel, which are traveling around New Zealand with this kind of method. It's a fantastic way to get to explore so much around New Zealand, and there are some options for you to stay for free. There's a lot of Department of Conservation places where you can do freedom camping, provided that your camper van is self-contained, where you will be able to spend the night there. But Warren is right. It is sometimes hard to find some places in which to take a shower and to get, to keep personal on top of personal hygiene as you are on the go. So there are many different options to get started, and I'm going to get started with the most out there of them all. Yes, the most out there option of them all is to go do some activities. There are some activities that will allow you to be able to take a shower afterwards. For example, blackwater rafting. Exactly. But if you plan on doing blackwater rafting, for instance, and you go down to the Waitomo area, after doing your tour and everything, you get a hot shower to warm up after the tour. And then that's a great way for you to, grab your soap and actually take your shower. So there are quite a few activities like that. Most of the activities that would get you in the water, most of the scuba diving and everything will have some showers facilities along the way as you do. When you need to do those activities. So that will make for a very expensive, shower, because obviously a blackwater rafting tour is about $400 or something between $300 and $400. So obviously that makes for a very expensive shower, but that's a shower nonetheless. Don't worry, we do have some more options for you. I just wanted to put this one out there because it is something that some people kind of forget about. So let's get started with hostels.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, hostels do open up their doors to people that just want to come and use their facilities, like showers, even their kitchen, or laundry machines are usually a really popular thing that people need to use anyway. So yeah, a lot of hostels do open their doors to people that are traveling around in camper vans. As far as I know, I think all hostels do this, but you would have to maybe double check, when you go to reception, just ask if, obviously you ask if you could come and do that. And I know for sure that the base hostels do that, and it's usually around $15 to be able to go use all their facilities if you're traveling in a camper van. But as for the rest of the hostels, I'm fairly certain you can go and use their facilities.
Yeah, most hostels will do that. It's a great way for them to make, $10 out of people that are usually kind of traveling around the country. So definitely a really good option, and also a very easy option. If one says no, usually you just drive down the road and there's another 2 hostels that will be very happy to provide.
Yeah, there's usually quite a lot of hostels in each sort of major town in New Zealand, and also they have laundry facilities, and almost all laundry facilities for hostels in New Zealand are coin operated, or you have to go to reception and pay for some tokens for the laundry. So laundry is usually, I think it's around like $2 for washing and then $2 for drying.
But you need multiple dries because the dryers are usually not that great. So be aware that you probably will have to pay a little bit more. So maybe it's going to be $4 to $6 for the drying, because you don't want to have wet clothes in your van. That's going to start stinking, and that's going to be a nightmare. All right, moving on to holiday parks. That's your other option.
Yeah, so holiday parks, they're actually set up for people traveling in camper vans or, sleeping in tents and stuff. And holiday parks are the best places to go if you actually need to charge up your camper van. If your camper van has, like things in it like an electric fridge, or it has, other electric items that camper vans have. then the holiday parks are the best place to go and use a powered site, so you can plug in your camper van and get that all recharged. They have all these sort of facilities like dump stations if you need to sort of get rid of any wastewater, or if you need to fill any water tanks. They have all the facilities there to basically maintain your camper van. But on top of all that, they have sort of communal facilities blocks, which have, again, laundries, showers and kitchens, so you can go and use those as well.
And it's highly likely that you will have to stay in holiday park anyway about every 3 to 4 days to recharge the batteries of your van or anything like that. So, and to also empty your grey water. So it's kind of like it's kind of is a must. There is very little amount of people and vans, like, you know, they have to be quite big that can handle being completely off the grid for very, very extended period of times. You will have to go to some of those places regularly.
Yeah. And I think most people, they do, like Robin say, do stay there, so you pay the full fee to stay there for the night. But I do think that some holiday parks allow you to just pop in to, you know, empty your wastewater and stuff like that. But you would have to go to the reception of the holiday park and see if you can go there just to sort of take a shower and stuff and move on. But I'm pretty sure most of them actually want you to stay there, so usually you do have to stay there in order to use their facilities.
All right, so another option that you have are paid toilet and shower facilities. There are some in many places all around New Zealand. So one that comes in mind is one called Superloo in the heart of Taupo city centre. And in there you will be, there is kind of it looks like the entrance of a metro station. You know, you have like you have to put some coins and then you get in, and then the showers, they're coin operated, and you also have like laundry facilities and all those kind of things. So it's kind of like it's created especially for people which are traveling around New Zealand in van, and you just literally pay, and I think when you put the coins you get like 5 minutes of hot water, and then you put another coin, you get another 5 minutes. That's basically how that works.
Yeah.
And there are some of them in selected area around New Zealand, and that's a great way for you to be able to take your shower. And that's strictly just go in, take your shower, maybe do your laundry or anything, and then leave. There is no other services whatsoever, and it's self-serviced, and it's usually open 24/7, so that's quite handy. And there are some laundry service in the same kind of vein. There are also some laundry services, like coin-operated laundry services, a little bit all around. Laundromat, yeah. A little bit all around the country as well, that you can use to do your laundry as well. But I know we're talking both about shower and laundry, just anything, anything with hygiene.
Yeah.
All right. But your last option is to use the Department of Conservation facilities, because some of them, they're actually quite luxurious.
Yes.
Not luxurious, but they're quite good.
So the Department of Conservation runs, I think, over 100 different campsites around New Zealand. They basically, a lot of the sort of campsites that are usually the cheaper campsites that you can pay for are run by the Department of Conservation. And although they do run lots of different types of campsites, there's only a few options where they actually do showers. There are serviced campsites, which usually cost around $20 per person or per adult. There are slightly cheaper options for children fees. But at these serviced campsites, they usually have hot showers. And these are the only types of Department of Conservation campsites with hot showers. Other types of campsites where you'll have showers are scenic and standard campsites, and these are more abundant in New Zealand. The service campsites are kind of rare. I'm not quite sure how many there are, but you don't see them as often as scenic and standard campsites, and they cost usually around $15 per night per adult. But the showers they have there are only cold showers usually, so you're going to have to toughen up for those ones, but it's a shower nonetheless.
Yes.
And then for the rest of the campsites from the Department of Conservation, which are usually the cheaper ones, which only usually cost maybe about $5, or they do have free campsites as well, there's usually no showers at all. Usually there's just...
And that's the most prominent one. I just want to make that really clear, right? The free or cheap ones, which don't have facilities, are the most prominent one. That most, when you look at the map, you're like, oh yeah, there is campsites everywhere from the Department of Conservation. the vast majority of them are the non-serviced ones.
Yeah, so on these ones, they usually have a water supply, maybe a natural water supply as in a running stream or something, but not really anything too great to help you with the shower sort of side of things. But when you are looking at Department of Conservation campsites, don't just assume that they all have the same facilities. Basically, yeah, have a good look on the Department of Conservation website where they list each type of campsite. Basically, the indication of how expensive it is kind of gives an indication of what facilities are there.
Also, don't assume that two of the same campsite, so for example, a scenic campsite, another scenic campsite, are going to have the same level of quality of facilities. Absolutely not. It's, they've all been built like throughout times, and there is a massive disparity between all of them. Not to say that they're not great places to stay at. I just want to make sure that you do have correct expectations on that. All right, Warren, I hope that this video was useful to you. If your name is not Warren and you have some questions about traveling in New Zealand, you can join us during one of our live sessions. It's happening at 8 a.m. on Sunday, New Zealand time, every single week. There is a link in the description of this video where you can click and check out what time it will be in your side of the world. If you can't make it to any of our live sessions, but you still want your question to be answered, you can definitely put your question in the comment of any of our videos, and we pick them up exactly like we just did for Warren's, and we will answer them during one of our next live session, and then make it into a short snippet video at some point for you as well. So we like to help. And if you do find our video useful and want to support us, you can hit the like button. It's a great free way to say thank you for all our hard work. You can even subscribe if you want to learn more about traveling in New Zealand, because we're kind of fun people to hang out. And finally, if you want to plan your trip to New Zealand, you can head to nzpocketguide.com. Link in the description below. It's the largest travel guide to New Zealand. There is thousands and thousands of articles to help you plan your trip to New Zealand. You will be so thankful you click on that link. Guaranteed. All right, let's go back to the live chat.